How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Series 10, Week 4, Spring in Forza Horizon 5. We're going to be taking a look at the entire festival playlist today from beginning to end. We're also going to be covering the Eventlab and Photo Challenge, so stick around to the end for those. First up, with the seasonal rewards, we have the 1990 Porsche 911 reimagined by Singer, which is an exclusive returning from Forza Horizon 4. Next up, we have the Vauxhall Lotus Carlton, which is an exclusive returning from earlier in this game. This is the first time it's returning. The last time we saw this was in Series 3 Spring, so it has been quite a long time, and it was a 45-point reward from back then, so not a lot of people have this car. On the Hot Wheels side, we have the Drift Zone Ice Cauldron, the restriction for which will be S2 Anything Goes. I have a video linked in the description below for this event. Then we have the Seasonal Championship Mini Sampler. The restriction for that is B-Class Offroad. That will be a hazard event. There's a link in the description below to a video on how to do the Forzathon Weekly, and also the daily challenges. In the Forzathon shop, the Lotus Evija is supposed to be 100 Forzathon points. That car at the moment of filming is actually between 2 million and 3 million in the auction house, so it definitely is worth spending that 100 Forzathon points for that. Then we have the Horizon Arcade. Just do any Horizon Arcade event. Then we have the Trial, which is S1 Modern Supercars. The picture here looks to be the Dunas Blancas Sprint, which would indicate that this is road racing. Definitely looking forward to that one. I have a couple of tunes down in the description below for that. The Eventlab we will cover here in just a bit. I have videos for both the Danger Sign and the Speed Zone. Links to those will be in the description below. And the Speed Zone is how you get the 8th exclusive Extreme E, but the 9th being introduced to the game, the number 6 Extreme E. Next we have the Extreme E Desert Prix 1 and 2. Going by previous weeks, number 1 should be cross country and number 2 should be dirt. And the beginning to this dirt actually looks like the Baja California Trail, so it's probably going to be the first race of that. And this one looks kind of like the Ribera Rocosa cross country. I wouldn't place bets on that, but we definitely are going to have 3 cross country races that are based in the Dunas Blancas, or in that desert region of the map. And this cross-country event is how we get the 10th and last Extreme E car, which is the number 125 Extreme E. Thankfully, this is the last Extreme E car that we're going to be able to get this month, and hopefully it's going to be the last they ever give us, because 10 is more than plenty. Next up, we have Seasonal Championship Batteries Included. The picture on this one actually really confuses me, because the restriction for this event is S2 EVs, and there's not any EVs in the picture, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But there is a McLaren P1, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a hybrid, and there's also a BMW i8, which is also a hybrid. Pretty sure it's got a hybrid engine. So I'm not sure what they're going with the picture there, if they just mistook it. But this picture is definitely set at the Emerald Circuit. So the first race there is probably going to be the Emerald Circuit, and it's probably going to be road racing. So that means that both the Trial and the Seasonal Championship are going to be road racing. Which means they have to pick 6 races that are road racing on that side of the map, which is going to be kind of a struggle. There's 7 that are somewhat on that side of the map, but 3 of those aren't really on that side of the map. So definitely going to be interesting to see which ones they pick, because there's really only 4 that are in the Dunas Blancas part of the map. They'll probably just pick a couple that aren't technically on that side of the map, but are somewhat on that side of the map, like the Horizon Mexico Circuit, the Vulcan Sprint, and the Reservoiro Sprint. If we include those, that will make 7 races, so they'll pick out of those to pick 7, but they might make us race the same ones twice, which will definitely be interesting. Next up, we have the Treasure Hunt. The clue since you can't see it, since I'm filming this ahead of the season changeover, is EVs blaze through the sand and deliver a gold star rated service. Definitely an interesting treasure clue there. I will have a video on how to do this, linked down in the description below. Next up, we have the photo challenge, Desert Runner. Photograph the 2020 Lotus Evija in the Dunas Blancas. We'll show you how to do that here in just a minute. And then we have the Eliminator, Battle Royale. All you have to do for this is finish 30th or better. You can either hop in and try to win, hop in and just eliminate people till you're 30th or better, or hop in and hide until you're 30th or better. Either way, it's usually pretty easy, and you get the Doodle Classic Shades. Up for debate whether that's worth it, but at least it's not too hard. Alright, next up we have the Eventlab, which is Car Lot Head-to-Head. Now, they definitely renamed this for the Eventlab, and they might have changed the event. I don't think so, though. This is the only event by this creator that has anywhere near this name. And I would definitely recommend picking either something with stupidly good handling or a rear-wheel drive vehicle that you will be able to get sideways. The share code I have in the description below will be for the 1998 Supra RZ. You don't have to pick this. The only reason I picked this is because the base event has a restriction for Japanese cars, and that was the only restriction. So I could have technically used an S2 car if I wanted to, but the restriction for this Eventlab is B-Class anything goes. So you can use anything you want. And I'm kind of hoping that they make it just one lap. Just because this is one of those Eventlabs that is quite a pain. And you'll understand why I recommend a rear-wheel drive vehicle that can get sideways here in a second, not just yet. But there is a portion of this race that is almost impossible not to get sideways, and you can definitely tell that they intended for you to get sideways. And you'll have to forgive me, I am not the best at drifting. And I can definitely tell that this was made to be a drift event. And this is something you'll definitely want your full racing line on for. I didn't do it just because this is the second time I ran this. I just wanted to be sure that this was the correct event, since searching Car Lot Head-to-Head did not pull up anything, because the base event, before they changed the name of it, didn't say head-to-head, it said head-T-head, since head-to-head would not fit. And this is not tuned to be a drift vehicle. This is just a run-of-the-mill rear-wheel drive B-Class tune. So if you do have something that's tuned for B-Class drift for some reason, that would actually be the best thing you could pick for this. And the lines here do get a bit confusing. But you definitely do want to have your full driving line on, just so you can figure out where the game wants you to go. Definitely not my favorite Eventlab, but there was a lot of work that was put into that, and it didn't really seem to be badly made at all. It actually looked like there was quite a bit more to the map. So he's probably got several different routes that he intended to make or has already made for this. Actually, the first time that I did that event, I took the wrong turn and ended up getting to see firsthand just how many different routes were available. There's quite a few ways to drive it, but and we went ahead and cut out the second lap just because it got a bit repetitive, and it was a very, very long event. And there we are. That was the Eventlab. All right, next up we have the photo challenge. As I said before, it is hashtag Desert Runner. Photograph the 2020 Lotus Evija in the Dunas Blancas. And this is the Dunas Blancas. I believe this entire thing right here is the Dunas Blancas. So anywhere in here will work. I'm just going to pick in the middle of this drift zone right here and just bring up photo mode and snap a picture. Before you go, please don't forget to drop a like on the video if it helped you out, and subscribe with notifications on if you want to see more content like this. I do seasonal PR stunt guides just like this one each week, which go live 30 minutes prior to season changeover. And I'm also working on PR stunt guides for all the PR stunts in the game, which will include the expansions as well. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Y'all have a wonderful day.